welcome back to Empire Earth.
Years have passed and Grigor is grown old. He is in command of a strong, unified Russia. He has conquered most of Europe, the Middle East, and Northern Africa. His empire ranks as one of the largest the world has ever known. But despite his accomplishments, his life's work remains unfinished. He wants more, but knows he won't have time to obtain it. Grigor had hoped to pass his legacy on to an heir, but despite utilizing the most advanced medical techniques available, that goal has eluded him. Now, with time growing short and his mistrust of others growing stronger, he has made a decision that he knows some will view with skepticism. But it may also serve to root out the very people he mistrusts. Just before his foray into Eastern and Central Europe, Grigor was presented with a mechanical bodyguard. Since then, the field of artificial intelligence matured to a point where sentience became possible. Dr. Septimus, the machine's creator, updated it with the latest AI technology, bestowing upon it true consciousness. He additionally set up facilities to produce other types, but Grigor's bodyguard was his greatest single achievement. The aging leader of Novaya Russia eventually came to regard it as his successor, naming him Grigor II. After spending many months preparing him, Grigor was ready to announce his heir to his people.
People of Novaya Russia, I have summoned you here to bear witness to a momentous decision. I have served as your leader for many years, but as you know, I am old and childless. I have wrestled with the question of who should succeed me, who should lead this great nation through the dangers and opportunities of the coming years. Novaya Russia deserves a leader with strength, intelligence, and a clear vision of the future. Someone incorruptible and logical, unfettered with needless sentiment. I have identified such an individual. He has served me loyally and with distinction. My personal bodyguard, who shall henceforth be known as Grigor II.
What? We will never follow a mere machine!
Silence! Have I ever led you astray? Is not Novaya Russia the greatest state in Europe, nay, in all the world, deserved of the best leader available? I have spent many months preparing my metallic protege for the tasks that still lie ahead. He has eagerly and dependably absorbed all the lessons of war and statecraft that I have taught. If you put the necessities of Novaya Russia ahead of your foolish prejudices, you will see that I have made the right decision.
Gentlemen, welcome. You have all heard the news? It is as we feared. Grigor has named that metallic monstrosity as his successor, instead of one of us.
The people will never accept a machine.
Don't be so simple-minded. The people are like sheep. They may mewl and bleat, but in the end, they care not who the shepherd is as long as they are well fed.
Then it is time to put the plan we agreed upon into action.
What forces in the city can we count on for support?
Much of the army will rally to our cause, although most of my Black Robe commanders will likely remain loyal to Grigor.
Very well. I will announce to the people that it is we, and not that senile old fool with his tin toy, who are now in charge.
Grigor! General Grigor, sir!
Yes, what is it, Lieutenant? Molotov, yes?
Yes, sir. General Yukov and 3 other high-ranking officials from the military are attempting a coup. They have the support of much of the garrison here in Moscow and have taken control of the fortress in the center of the city.
Then they have played directly into our hands. By assisting you in putting down the revolt and then restoring order, the people will see that their destiny lies in capable hands.
It is just as I anticipated. You did well to recognize the opportunity, my large friend. I have indeed taught you well. But now I must travel the city and find out which garrisons are still loyal to their true leaders.
Well. Here we have old Grigor, Grigor II, everyone's favorite Gundam, and a young Molotov. We have to destroy the traitors. There's some points here, but not that many. We're not going to spend those now. But we also have to gather support first.
Commander, it is I, Grigor Stoyanovich. I demand that your forces be placed under my command at once. Death to the betrayers of Grigor and Novaya Russia.
Good. So these guys here are on our side. So let's make our way over here. Here we have the Isha Gate. Apparently that has been transferred to Russia.
The pain. No, not now.
Sir, what is it?
I am not so young anymore, Lieutenant. The pacemaker that has kept my heart going these many years finally seems to be giving out. I will have to get to the hospital complex in the south of the city if I want it replaced.
And we're under attack here. There's an anti-tank gun, that's fine though. Let's just destroy everyone here. That's the downside of the cutscenes, the game just keeps running. That's alright, however. Let's just destroy everyone here. We have some anti-tank guns here, but they're outdated. They don't have the Paladin cannons. Now Grigor here will still regenerate, but once his health hits a certain threshold, it's just going to drop again. He's not going to be permanently weakened. Well, not permanently. He can be healed, but we need to get him to Moscow General Hospital, also known as the Temple of Zeus.
Commander, it is I, Grigor Stoyanovich. I demand that your forces be placed under my command at once. General Yukov announced a holiday in honor of your succession announcement, and all of our workers went home. We have only just found out that he betrayed the motherland. We also managed to complete production on a handful of tanks with the little staff we have left.
Good. These guys here will be added to my army. And then let's just move south. Let's gather more troops and let's get Grigor to the hospital. And here with the Dune Wind Trap, also known as a temple. Alright. Yeah, then really that much to the scenario. You can just kind of march south and gather all your troops. That's basically it.
I demand that all those who truly serve Novaya Russia come forth at once. Death to all those who would betray Grigor and Novaya Russia.
Well. Here we have an officer. He shall be useful. Here we want a bunch of healers here. Can't heal Grigor, but... oh well, can't have everything. Let's march south here. Or maybe not, because that's actually just water. Let's go through here then.
Not dare leave you without sufficient guards, sir.
Yeah, you can't separate Grigor from Molotov or Grigor II. Right, alright. This is just the Colosseum. Here we have the traitor's laser gate. You have to go through the gates because the walls are allied to you. I guess maybe you can simply declare war on Moscow here, the neutral blue faction, but you probably shouldn't. You can also use their hospitals to heal yourself, because public health care is still on Grigor's side. Let's destroy these outdated tanks here. There we go, and then continue.
Commander, it is I, Grigor Stoyanovich. I demand that your forces be placed under my command at once.
I'm sorry, sir. My men have regretfully abandoned their posts to join the traitors.
Well. That occasionally causes forces to pop up on the map that attack you, but it doesn't always happen. Okay, here's the hospital. Let's make our way down there. And then let's get everybody healed.
Dr. Septimus, what brings you to Moscow?
My health. I came to Moscow Hospital for the same reason as you, most likely. Both of us have borne the years well, but our time is nearly at an end. No, science will find a way to save Grigor. And you too, Doctor. Ah, the optimism of youth. I have worked hard these last few years, but there is no way to make mortal men immortal. Our legacies must live on in others, such as you, my young friend, or my masterpiece here.
You are too kind, my maker.
I have just recently delivered to the hospital my latest mechanical heart augmentation. It will be much better for you than your current pacemaker, Grigor. Although it cannot save your life, it should make the time you have left much more comfortable.
Ah, with Septimus's new device, I feel better than I have in years.
Surely, sir, you should spend more time recovering.
I should, Lieutenant, but there is no time. We cannot give the traitors an opportunity to consolidate what little power they have gained. We can also not afford to have the people perceive me as weak. Let us give the traitors the death they deserve.
Well, looks like we are marching on. Next garrison is right here. Like how the guys in the garrison still stay in tents, even in future Moscow. Even though they also have the barracks building here.
Commander, it is I, Grigor Stoyanovich. I demand that your forces be placed under my command at once.
I'm sorry, sir. My men have regretfully abandoned their posts to join the traitors.
Alright. Well, next one it is then. I like these houses here, they've got like solar panels and whatnot. They still look kind of like the medieval houses like these ones here. But they're also a bit more futuristic. That's something cute about that. Yeah, several hospitals here. Really good health coverage in future Moscow.
If any here are still truly loyal to the motherland. It is time to serve her in her moment of need.
My men and I will always be loyal, sir. Come what may.
Good. I wish we could further upgrade these guys here. Alas, we don't have any resources to do that. There's no base building in this mission here. There is, however, killing these guys here in this mission. Yeah, now that we got the new heart device, we have Grigor back at full health. There's just more troops on the way to the fortress, we may as well take them out. Here with the hospital and whatnot we have here, this should not be a problem at all. This guy here is trying to phase through that tank. You can try to do that if you wish. You're unlikely to succeed, but well, you do you. Alright, next garrison. There's only a handful left. The game also lets you know when you have reached the final garrison that will actually come to you, even if there's still some left that have betrayed you. There we go. Standing by in the... Oh, anti-tank cannon? That's fine, it's not an anti-black rope cannon. Good. Let's make our way through here. More hospitals, I'll take it. And you take point, my heroes.
Commander, I demand that your troops be turned over to me immediately.
My men and I still support Novaya Russia and its rightful rulers.
That's nice. Even more black ropes. We're gonna get a lot of those. And also another officer, that's very useful. That gives us yet another healer. So officers are tough, and a unit being healed by an officer, you need a good counter or quite some firepower to take it down. It takes quite some effort.
I am still your bodyguard, my master. I will not leave you alone in such dangerous times.
Thank you. My robot successor. Okay, let's wipe out these guys. They're just basic units, they have some more advanced stuff, but it's barely anything of relevance. Alright.
Commander, I demand that your troops be turned over to me immediately.
General Yukov ordered our factory shut down before we knew he was a traitor. But we have enough staff left to equip a few units.
And here we have an Apollo. That's a repair bot, among other things. Hello. It's a Hyperion, but it's not particularly effective against black ropes. And now it's dead. Yeah, you shout heal this guy here. A little bit like a warlord from Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition. You just shout people into shape. Even this game here predates that game by like 8 years or so. Anyway. Here's another garrison. I don't think we visited that. We can visit that. Yeah, we can visit before this facility here. Orthodox Church still going strong. Why can't I select the structure here?
Commander, it is I, Grigor Stoyanovich. I demand that your forces be placed under my command at once.
I'm sorry, sir. My men have regretfully abandoned their post to join the traitors.
Well, what can you do? You've got a ton of factories, that's good to know. Scans. Oh, it's more enemy troops, that's fine too. Yeah, there's so many hospitals here, it really doesn't matter. Your troops get damaged a little bit. You don't want to overdo it, of course, but If there's some damage, it really doesn't matter. This equipment here is so outdated that even the supposed counter doesn't really counter. Boom, there we go. Nice, nice, that's nice. You heal yourself up. And Grigor, yeah, you come over here.
If any here are still truly loyal to the motherland, it is time to serve her in her moment of need.
General Yukov had our supplies of ammunition rerouted, but we have enough left to equip a few units.
We visited every garrison in the city. It is time to teach these traitors a lesson. I hope that these loyal followers are enough.
Yeah, there's actually another camp here, but that won't follow me, so that's why you already get this message here. How many points do we have? 20? Still not that much. Yep. Time to track the traitor's fortress.
Commander, it is I, Grigor Stoyanovich. I demand that your forces be placed under my command at once.
I'm sorry, sir. My men have regretfully abandoned their post to join the traitors.
Right, that was to be expected, considering that you already got the other message there. Okay, let's shoot our way through this laser gate here. Through the yellow laser, it's a very thick laser. We here should probably take point. You just hang out here. Then let's have, yeah, you hang out here. You can stay a little bit in the back. I just don't want Krieger to get himself killed. Nice, 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 nice. Less than 10,000 hit points left. There we go. Here we go. Let's destroy everyone in this fortress here. Like you here. Let's have these guys come for us and then see that we destroy them all. You come over here as well. If all of you do. So there's a laser tower. We can fix that. No worries. We'll lose a couple guys here, but that's acceptable. Over here, please. Just to get rid of these laser towers and their outrageous range. Yeah, they have quite some firepower here. Not too much, but also nothing neglectable. Let me take a bit of a step back here. Destroy all of these folks. Time for you to die. You stay here. There we go. They will all fall eventually. The towers here, they actually melt quite quickly. They always go down faster than I think they would. I think it's also because I have the Palaeolithic cannon, which is fairly effective against them. Alright, here's the Tower of London. We've got the Colosseum here as well. The Zeus Temple, Isha Gates, everything's here. Okay, time to destroy all of that. They'll be in here somewhere. Good, good, good. You can just quickly destroy that. Come on.
Come out, you cowards! Or do you great leaders send only lesser men to do your dirty work?
Via Russia! Join us now and stop this madman before it is too late!
It's already too late. So damn, you have a lot of hit points. 4,000 hit point bonus here too.
Those who would seek to betray you are dead, my master.
Yes, but
Sir, are you all right?
no, my devoted young lieutenant. My age and the strain of dealing with these traitors has simply been too much. Even with the doctor's medical device. Remember, Novaya Russia above all. Do not let the dream...
Rest easy, my master. I will ensure your dreams do not die here with you.
And here we go. What did they have left? Bunch of guys here, bunch of guys there, but nothing of significance. And destroyed everything except their barracks here. I wonder what you actually do need to destroy. Maybe all the non-barrack structures, or maybe there's a certain amount of structures. Yeah, this scenario here isn't too challenging. It's considerably easier than the last one. All you need to do is gather all your troops and just storm the fortress. I didn't really have that many casualties, even though I wasn't particularly sophisticated with my strategy. You can even kill everything from a distance with your Paladin cannon, but it's not really necessary because you only have one and it just takes forever. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time in China. Or rather Mongolia.